I'm going to cut right to it because I think this is where the broader market is focused right now, and that is on the potential impact of tariffs from the U.S. Right in your statement today, toward the beginning, you note that as the U.S. is a major aluminum importer, tariffs will likely raise premiums and costs. How do these tariffs affect you?
Well, good morning, and thanks a lot for having me this morning. So on the tariff question, the tariffs create uncertainty in the market, but what we know and what has been decided so far is the 25% import duty on aluminium into the US. For us as a company, it has very limited impact on our operations and financials based on what has been decided so far. But on the market side, we see already that aluminium premiums in the US has reacted. And the current aluminium prices in the US is now mostly pricing in the 25% import duty into the US.
Are you already seeing a change in trade flows as a result of these tariff announcements?
I think it's a bit early to see the changes in trade flows, but we are obviously looking at the implications and optimizing this on the ground in our operations. And I suspect that all other players are doing that. But fundamentally, the US is short on aluminium, and the aluminium prices in the US need to react in order to attract the metal that the US needs.
Well, you note that the U.S. is short of aluminium, and President Trump, his whole rationale for these tariffs is that he wants to draw investment into the U.S. Is Hydro considering building out more capacity in the U.S.?
Well, Hydro is investing a lot in the US. Our main focus in the US market is to invest in our aluminium extrusions activity and also the recycling activity in the US. And we have made a lot of investments over the last years, and we continue to plan to invest in the US going forward.
In terms of those premiums, we see in your results today, you note that Midwest premiums are already surging to the highest levels seen since April 2023. And again, this is before we've even seen the real impact of the tariffs come into play. How high do you see those premiums potentially going?
Well, if you look at the duty cost now, based on the current LME aluminium prices, we see a price level around 50 cents on top on the US price, and we are nearly there now. So we are pricing around 45. So the market is now pricing in the duties into the US market.
Trond, let me turn your attention to Europe, where you have struggled somewhat on the back of weaker electric vehicle production and sales. And you've made some strategic changes as a result already back in November, announcing plans to phase out your battery and green hydrogen businesses. But it seems like weaker EV production and sales are still impacting your business. How?
Well, the EV market is a very important and interesting growth market for us going forward. We still believe in the long transition towards electrical vehicle in the market, but the transition has been postponed compared to what we saw some years back. But we still see that our customers are planning for new models, and we are entering into new contracts and preparing for a situation where the market rebounds.